So while Gerard's sitting here, we're just going to do one quick 8-sided blog for everybody. Say hi, Gerard.
Hi.
My name's Tennyson E Stead. I'm the writer and director of Quantum Theory and this web series here, Declassified. Gerard is a member of the 8-sided players and one of our producers as well. So I'm going to play with the straps around Gerard's groin while he talks to you about what's going on. Say hi to the people, Gerard. Let them know what's up.
Hi, people. Somebody help me. Help me. This is not a space movie. It's obviously a saw-like torture device. Help. No.
So what's been going on with you aside from making a web series and working on feature films?
Drinking some whiskey. I have been doing some theater lately. I became about last October, so about 6 months ago-ish, close to 7 now at this point. I became a member of Theater of Note, which is a theater in Hollywood that does an ensemble that does all new play works. So if anybody's interested in submitting, any playwrights out there interested in submitting some scripts to be performed for the first time ever, or at least premiered in LA, you could check out theaterofnote.com. And I think, so I've been doing that. I was recently in a show there called Red Helen, which was a black comedy about a steakhouse dynasty that it has to deal with mad cow disease in their steakhouse. And let's see, what else have I been doing? I don't know, just working a lot there. I've been on their production selection committee, reading all sorts of new scripts, and trying, helping to figure out what shows we're going to do for next season, and just doing a lot of readings and stuff there. What else have I been doing?
Let me ask you a quick question while you're thinking about it. You got your water bottle handy, or do I need to run for it?
It's right over there.
I'm going to go get it. You're going to want it in arm's reach. I'll have it with me, and then you can ask me for it. Because I give it, then I take it away.
I told you what this was. You didn't believe me. It'll be your turn soon.
Why don't you say a couple quick words about what we're doing here, and then we'll get on with it. What is Declassified to you? What is it, the value in what we're doing here? What's the process been like so far?
Well, Declassified is a shameless attempt to promote myself. No. Well, yes. But no, Declassified is the story of Commander Wick Pierce and his journey to Titan, and during the years of 1977 to 1981, that we are...
1986 almost, right? 1977.
Oh, sorry, 1983. Yeah. 1983 is the last one. And so about 6 to 8 years. I guess the last one would be 85 actually. The last one is in 1985. But it's a long journey, and so I'm basically kind of on a suicide run to Titan to see if we can do it. And it's really cool because I am a lover of history and interested in the space program. Tennyson E Stead, very interested in the space program, knows a lot about it. It's been an awesome opportunity to meet new people. Our costume designer that designed this wonderful flight suit that I'm wearing right now, Gabrielle, is it Scarabisi? Scarabisi, okay. And her name is Gabrielle Scarabisi, and she makes wonderful, lovely costumes, even if I don't get her name right. That still doesn't take away from her costumes. And then we have the gentleman, actually, Tennyson, you've had more contact with the gentleman who designed this amazing craft we have here.
Chris Adams. There's a lot more going on here than we have in shot. We sort of have an embarrassment of riches with our set design here.
So many riches.
But the shot itself is pretty tight. So, and this is something we knew was going to happen. But we have as much of Chris's handiwork on display as we can possibly get. I just got the shots, and I'm not going to wind it down to show you.
No, but what I love about what he does is that, like, it's always better as an actor when you have a space to perform in that is the more stuff in there, the better. You know, even if it's off screen, you know, you have things to look at, you know, things to reference.
You have a sense of the tightness of the space and how much room you actually have.
Right, and so that's pretty cool. And so yeah,
just gonna touch your head. I'm touching your head.
Fantastic work on Chris's part. He really came through and worked really hard to give us something amazing. And personally, for me, the fun about this is, and the challenge about this is to, it's almost like a new way of speaking. Like sometimes when you do, you know, what can be challenging about people approaching classical work for the first time, like Shakespeare, is that it is a very different way of speaking. It's from your diaphragm. It's learning to speak in iambic pentameter. It's learning to surrender yourself to the pace and the language, and let yourself find the emotion there. And through the actions that you're performing. And you know, a similar thing here. We're speaking in a very, almost like a specific sort of dialect that someone would use while trying to speak over a mic that is not anywhere near as efficient at capturing sound as the mics that we have today, the sound equipment that we have today. So they had a very specific way of speaking that was very heavy on the enunciation. And
if you've ever listened to the Kentucky Derby, or
your pilots when you're going, you're flying on a 747 or whatever it is.
A lot of those pilots grew up in a time when microphones weren't as good. They actually learned these ways of speaking, and now they have an accent essentially.
And I think that there is even with today's equipment, you know. Things, you're up in the air even, and especially if you're in space, things go, you know, communication can break down, and so you have to be very clear, especially if a situation happens where where you're in danger. You need, you know, every second counts, and it's important to speak clearly, precisely, and just to be able to get that message across as soon as possible. So that's one of the things we're working on. Also, the constraints of being strapped into this chair, not being able to move. I'm Italian. I love to talk with my hands, flail about. I come from the flailing school of acting, like Muppet Flail. And also, you know, this is generally fairly uncomfortable, which is fantastic. Because it's like, you know, because everything helps. I'm probably going to have to do many multiple takes as I mess up my line due to the pain that I'm in. For your pleasure, yours.
Happy and sad are the same.
Absolutely.
Well, you know, that's a good start. We'll come back. We'll do one of these 8-sided blogs before we do every episode. This was just a quick check-in. We'll probably build a format to it as we go on, but I did want to let you guys know what we're up to. So we're shooting Declassified. Once we finish this, there will be future Declassified seasons, and basically the overall story behind the series is that there's this bureau inside the government called the Bureau of Applied Defense Development.
AKA bad.
So it's all about bad ideas. Bad ideas are what this web series is.
Bad company.
Yep. So they decided in 1975 to send a man to Titan in 1977 to prove that they could, basically to have a show reel for defense contractors. And it's not going to go so well for them. It's not going to go so well for them, and it definitely isn't going to go so well for Captain Wick Pierce, formerly of the United States Air Force.
Spoiler alert!
Yeah.
You've never heard of this mission, there's a reason.
Yeah. but in the age of information disclosure, the government is releasing information about the Bureau of Applied Defense Development, so
they're going to get in so much trouble.
There's nobody left. That's why you can do it. That's why you can do it. They're all gone. All right, so without any further ado, we're going to start shooting this so we can get you this episode as fast as reasonably possible. I'm going to start working on post probably tonight, and I've got a lot of distressing to do because it has to look like it was beamed from space in 1977. And right now it looks like a digital camera. So, and the sound too. Because all that work that Gerard is doing to be audible has to be audible against something. So I've got to go in and distress it and make sure that it sounds staticky so that there's a reason for him talking the way he's talking.
And my sound is already distressed because I'm strapped into a chair, forced to look really, really high.
So, if you enjoy this video, please give us a like. Gerard, I don't know which finger. Try your right hand. Show me your right hand. Yeah. Point up at the top of the screen with your right hand.
this way.
Work, yeah, all the way. Go up, further up. There you go. Over there. Move your hand in a little bit, because there you go. Over. You get the general idea. There's where the like button is. Give us a subscribe right down there as well.
Like.
And we hope you enjoy Declassified. I'm going to end this now before we keep rambling on. Peace. Peace. Hong Kong style.